What is up, my fellow YouTube fish hobby people? It's another Friday, and the fish are doing good. Like I reported last week, Big Country did pass away, unfortunately. He is long gone. We had a little memorial service for him, gave him his moment of silence, and he will be missed. I started this tank 2 months ago, and I had 2 Texas cichlids, and unfortunately both of them passed away, and everybody else is well and doing fine. Only thing is I'm kind of worried about now is just the fire mouths aren't growing as much, and neither is the jack down there in the middle. Also, my plecos. I have 2 small plecos that also haven't grown when I first got the tank. So I'm thinking I should probably invest in a bigger one, to help with cleaning the tank, his job or whatever. Because these little dudes aren't growing at all. Tank stays fairly clear. The water's really clear. The reason why it looks any tinted, any color is because the background of my wall, because I took the background off, is actually like a tan brownish color. So I had a blue background, so I took it off, and on the other side of that background it's solid black. So I might put that one up, put the black background up, just to see how it looks in the tank. Last week also, I remember, I told you guys I took out the ship, and to tell you the truth, my fish were a little skittish after I took the ship out. So I think they loved that ship because they didn't move as much when I had the ship. They were real skittish. So I ended up putting it back in there, and now as you can see, they're moving freely around in the tank. I guess it's because they have a lot of hiding spots where they can retreat to, or whatever the case may be. But they really love it. So this is a new tank setup that I have put together for them and for everyone to enjoy. Just a couple little wrinkles I did was kind of added some more destruction to the ship, by having it laying down instead of both of them standing straight up. Because Biggie, the red devil in the middle, which I think is a Midas, by the way, he can't fit in the holes. So I would like for him to, hold down one of those ships or sides of the ship. So the bottom of the ship is a gigantic hole that he can, go in and freely go in and out. Let me see what else. The fish are doing well. They're getting, you can see they're getting bigger. From the first video that I shot to now, you can just see the different sizes of these fish. Like, Biggie is almost 4 inches in length. Scar is about 4 or 4.5, and he's pretty thick, so he's about 1 inch thick too. So Jack won't grow. Smeagol is somewhere. He's probably hiding in the ship. There he is. He's inside the ship. He's being a little camera shy today. He keeps poking his head in and out. Fire mouths they just won't grow, dude. Like, I got all my fish, all my fish were this size of this fire mouth right here when I first got them, and ain't grown a lick. Ain't grown at all. Look how much the size difference from Fat Bastard when he was this size 2 months ago. So I'm going to assume to say that the rate of a Jack Dempsey and the growth rate of a firemouth must be tremendously slow. What else? This is a 60-gallon tank if you haven't really been following or just new to, watching the videos. Next week, or this weekend, Sunday, I will be adding 2 more fish to this 60-gallon tank. And I know you guys are going to say, wow, that tank's going to be crowded. I'm going to need some extra filtration, just, to keep the nitrates low, whatever the case may be. Like, one thing about it, dude, like, I've grown up with fish tanks, and a lot of stuff that people have their inputs about, sometimes they could be right, sometimes they could be wrong. Like, I grew up around fish, and just the way that we've done things, it's like, it works, So, the tank does, when they get bigger, of course, they're not going to all be fully grown in this tank, for one. I am upgrading to a 180-gallon tank. But, like, for right now, it works, and there's nothing wrong with this tank. I can probably use a power head to help also circulate the water a little bit better, but everything that's going on in this tank, it's 100% okay. My fish are 100% okay, besides killing each other off by fights, because they're pretty much all aggressive. So I'm well aware of that. It's not no type of violent. This tank is not really the, Madison Square Garden, or the 300, not 300, but the gladiator tank, to where everyone's fighting for themselves, or fighting to stay alive. What I want is a community tank, and these fish are going to grow out. Like, I'm going to have these fish forever, and they're all going to coexist with each other. Hopefully I might get a hybrid pair. Don't know, because I really can't tell which ones are males. I'm really into hybrids, because I like certain hybrids. And I know, whichever ones end up pairing off, they pair off. I'm pretty sure the Red Devils are, if they're male, female, they're going to pair off, of course. But I will break it. I will break that pair, depending on the Red Devil. The Red Devil that I do not want, that is still here, is over there. So I haven't had a buyer, or I'm not going to just return them back to the pet store. So, I just don't like fat bastards. Don't like the way he's built. So that'll probably be a fish that I'll give to my brother once he gets his fish tank set up, even though he's not going to want them at all. Because he's going to tell me, why don't you want them? And, long story. I do need to add a little bit more water. My floor is I noticed my floor is unlevel, and you can see here how the water ends up not leveling out, but filled on one side than the other. So I'm going to add a little balancing beam at the bottom of this thing here to get the tank level. But other than that, the fish are hungry. I changed up how I wanted to feed them, because I was feeding them 3 times a day, and I see a lot of poop on the ground and stuff like that, and I'm like, damn, is my filter working or is it not working? Well, it's working. It's just I just feed them too much, and so it's just constantly poop in the tank, So I feed them 1 time a day, and I feed them pretty heavily. Probably throw in, pretty small. I got the mini pellets right here. Her curry. This is what I feed them right now. I put a big handful. My hands are pretty big. I'm 6'3", about 220. So I feed them a good amount to where all of them can go up and eat. That's why they're kind of hungry right now. I'm not feeding them today. I'm feeding them today, but I'm feeding them tonight. So I can keep the poop level down, so the tank can actually sweep it out. Do what it has to do to clean it, get it out of there, and keep my nitrates and everything low. I don't plan on doing a water change anytime soon. I did one last week. So hopefully we'll just see how everything goes. But yeah, like I said, I'm adding 2 more fish. I'm going to let that be the surprise for next week's Friday. But one's 5 inches and the other one's 6 inches. And that's where I'm kind of worried about the fire horn, the fire mouse and the small Jack Dempsey, because adding those 2 fish is going to push down the level of dominance, and it might get pretty hectic in there. But one of the fish that I'm getting, I believe, is a hybrid fish. So be excited. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm getting them for pretty good prices too. I'm getting them for both of the fish I'm getting for is $20, I believe. So it's a local guy here that's kind of doesn't have any room for his tank, or he doesn't want the fish anymore, or he's moving. One of the 3 he's doing. So, but yeah, the fish, that's Lotto. That's the flamingo cichlid. Been doing some research on flamingo cichlids, and basically what it is, it's a hybrid Midas Red Devil, aka flamingo cichlid, aka medieval, but his name is Lotto. And there's Kratos, that was also named I'll Be Sure, but I turned it to Kratos, and you see why. Thing 1, thing 2 is probably on the other side. This one, the green terrier here, is doing pretty well. I thought they had bloat, but they're doing good, so they don't. That is Mini-Me, that is Jailbait, that's Biggie, Smeagol, that's Rey Mysterio, that's Scar, Fat Bastard, thing 2, and Buddha Man is right there. So, they're all still here. I lost, rest in peace to Big Country. He will be missed. So, this video has gone long enough. 10 minutes long is pretty long. So, hopefully you guys get it. Hopefully you guys watch it. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully I get some more subs. You guys want to sub? Go ahead and sub. Like it, comment. I don't care. Say what you have to say about the tank. Say what you have to say about me. My commentaries or my input. Whatever the case may be. Degree temperature of this tank is around... That's what it is daily. Where is it? I can't see it. There it is. So it kind of has them aggressive and a lot of poop. Because the tank temperature is pretty high. So, that I have to take in consideration of that also. So, yeah, that's it. They're doing good. They're doing great. Rate, comment, respond, subscribe, and I shall do the same. There's one of my plecos right there. He's a little small, but... And I am out. Thank you again. Later.